Alright then, Helldivers, we are back and we have so much to go over today. It's absolutely insane. It's Tuesday, which means we have a new patch, and on top of that we have a massive major order that we are gonna go into in just a second. Let's jump into the world of Helldivers 2 and see what's going on. So we have a patch 01003200 and it involves balancing, mission fixes, weapon fixes and miscellaneous fixes. Let's jump right in and see what's been changed. Starting with the Helldiver changes, we have reduced the time it takes for the Helldiver to regain control after ragdolling from 0.8 to 0.5 seconds. Very amazing one. We know there has been many complaints regarding ragdolling in the community, and I'm glad they are changing this. Increase the chest injury bleeds damage from 1 to 10. Chest injuries now cause more noticeable damage, as the previous value of 1 was so low it appears to have no effect. I agree with this one 100%. When we gonna get a chest injury, we are going to bleed out very quickly, and this is a very good one, as we are going to have to stim pretty much straight away to ensure our survival. Changes though: CQC 1 true flag. Thanks to some groundbreaking military research into pointier flag tips, the flag can now be proudly planted directly into enemies, dead or alive, ensuring the internal colours of Super Earth are never tainted, only quenched by the blood of its foes. Absolute democracy. Essentially what it means, I'm gonna give you an example, is a charger that we could land on and plant the flag into, and he's going to be running around the map with a flag on its back. It's a very cinematic thing to do. A lot of you role players out there are going to love this one. Changes to primary weapons. AR2 pacifier stun duration increased from 1.5 to 3 seconds. Starting magazine increased from 5 to 6. Max amount of magazines increased from 7 to 8. Slight increased stun value applied to enemies. Now this is a very big one, as pacifier is currently my favorite primary weapon to use inside of the game, and the fact that it's going to have more magazines and an increased stun value is great. One of the major issues I had with this gun is the ammo capacity, which I used to run out of very quickly, and now it's back to a reasonable amount. And the stun value applied to enemies, it's also a very big one, as this is a stun rifle, and now it's gonna feel like it's doing actually what it's supposed to be doing. And also SMG-72 Pummel, stun duration increased from 1.5 to 3 seconds, and slight increase in stun value applied to enemies. Essentially Pummel will just have the ability to stun enemies the same way the pacifier does. P92 Warrant now also locks to large-sized enemies. They haven't specified exactly how large, but we know we are going to have the ability to lock into Brute and Alpha Commanders. Not entirely sure about the Bile Titans. I don't think we will, but we are going to have to find out. Changes to G109H, and stagger strength increased from 0 to 50, and it now staggers large-sized enemies. And yes, they have confirmed that it is going to have the ability to stagger Bile Titans and the enemies of that size. Absolutely amazing. This grenade will finally have the ability to do what it's supposed to be doing, and a player base might slightly reach out for this one a little bit more. Enemy changes. It's easier to put large to massive sized enemies on fire. And again, I'm going to use the Bile Titan here as an example. We can now light up a Bile Titan much easier on fire, which means those of you guys that love to use the hover pack and the flamethrower in the same combination, you guys are going to love this change. When it comes to other terminates, damage needed to jib warriors has been increased from 500 to 700. Very good change. Those overwhelming types of enemies are going to be now easier to kill. Very positive change in my opinion. When it comes to Scout Striders, leg armor decreased from 3 to 2. Legs durable resistance has been increased. Essentially there is going to be less armor on the legs, but the legs themselves are going to have more health. So making medium armor penetration weapons are going to be a little bit easier to use on this specific enemy type. And changes to all the Overseer variants. Unarmored torso health zone armor decreased from 2 to 1. If you shoot at the chest on the overseers quite a lot, they are going to go down a little bit quicker as their armor is going to deteriorate over time. Other key fixes, we have a fixed issue with Constitution playing audio during the wrong instances. Now, I didn't actually know this until yesterday. I played around with the Constitution rifle and I've noticed that some of the sound cues were not quite right. And I'm glad this is fixed. I didn't know this was an issue until yesterday, but apparently it's not an issue anymore. Fixed an issue with a draw and holster speed with a gunslinger armor passive. In case you guys didn't know, this armor passive was actually bugged and it was doing the opposite of what it was supposed to be doing, and they have finally patched this one. I can finally reach for those gunslinger armors a little bit more. Fixed an issue with ranged weapon grips after dropping the entrenchment tool. Now, I haven't experienced this one myself, but a lot of you guys have submitted a ticket for this specific issue and now has been rectified. When it comes to stratagems, the Flame Sentry fire damage resistance increased from 0 to 95% and cooldown reduced from 150 seconds to 100 seconds. Essentially what used to happen is the fire sentry used to put itself on fire, which now it is going to happen a lot less. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently the turrets could damage themselves and now that has been fixed. GL52 de-escalated, slight increase in stun value applied to enemies. Obviously positive change because now it's doing a little bit more to what it's supposed to be doing, but it still has no ability to close bug holes and destroy fabricators. This is something that we really need this to be able to do, as this is the grenade launcher and the grenade launchers are supposed to be explosive, so please make them explosive. These are just some key points that I wanted to cover regarding this patch. The full breakdown is in the description down below if you guys want to check this one out. But now we're gonna move into another big aspect of today, and that is a new major order. The briefing states multiple simultaneous automaton assaults have been detected on planets with highly populated super AF cities. Yes, they are finally here. Automaton super AF cities. We've been waiting for those for ages, and we finally got him. Minute Analysis reports with high degree of confidence that the strategic objective of this invasion is to take control of key democracy space station facilities, the Deep Mantle Forge complex on Crowell, the DSS logistics hubs on Taj, the original DSS construction site on Galavar. It is evident the enemy intends to destabilize the capacity of their highly effective DSS, and possibly turn our facilities to their own socialist aims. Enemy troop movements indicate that this is the first of several planned waves of attack. Additional invasions are anticipated. Analysis also report with extremely high degree of confidence that the automatons also intend to wantonly murder as many innocent civilians as possible. Our order is to immediately report to defense of all assaulted planets, prevent the capture of our cities and bloodthirsty violence against our civilians. Hold their key DSS facilities at all costs. Now this is a very big one, as if we have a look at the Galactic War Map right now, it is going absolutely crazy. The defense campaigns are all over the automaton side of the Galactic War Map. And we currently have an invasion on Valeria 5, Crowell and Yulheim. The Helldivers must work together to establish the best course of action in order to defend those planets. The major order itself is a week-long one, and we need to hold Crowell, Galavar and Taj before the order expired with a reward of 50 medals. Are we gonna lose some ground to automatons? Hopefully not, but we need to do as much as possible to solidify and defend against the automaton regime. And in case you guys were wondering, the mission types have also changed. The mission type that used to be on lower levels is now also available on level 10. Sabotage supply bases. I haven't seen those missions. In fact, I forgot this mission even exists. Infiltrate automaton territory and destroy the fuel and munition stockpiles. This is something that you can now also do on level 10, so jump in and destroy as many of those socialist bots as you can. Thank you so much guys, as always smash the beautiful like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm Krennic and I will see you guys on the battlefield.